That's not true. Well, that's my unbiased opinion.
If I can have everyone please take a seat.
They can't hear.
We get started. So if everyone can take a seat, please. Closer to the microphone, too.
Welcome to the Keeneyville School. Hello. Welcome to the Keeneyville School District 20 Board of Education regular meeting. Maria, please call the roll. Here.
Here?
Okay. Quorum is present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's a no-go. Maybe that's why it took so long for the pirates to put a lineup out today. Like,
May I have a motion that the Board of Education approve the agenda as presented? Favor?
Yes.
Abstain? Motion carried. Over to Dr. Castillo, Director.
Yes, before we get started with the recognitions, it's always great to see so many people here for these type of events. We have a number of recognitions today, so thank you to our maintenance staff as well as our tech staff to making the change to having the meeting in the gymnasium because of the number of people that were going to be here. So I appreciate that. So to kick us off, we're going to have our elementary school art teachers, Ms. Quack and Ms. White, presenting our student artists. So if they can please come up.
Hello, I am Ms. Quack. I am the art teacher at Waterbury Elementary School, and I would like to present this year's 5th grade Artist of the Year award to Ricky Jurado Cano. Ricky, if you would like to come up. Ricky is a 5th grade student, obviously at Waterbury, who I have had the pleasure of teaching the last 6 years on Zoom, in person, all of the above. It was a very adventurous time together. Ricky is someone who is always trying his best. If he ever has to do any problem solving, he does a wonderful job of that. Ricky, go ahead, show off your art. Show what you did. He's even sent me art he's made at home on Seesaw. So he's someone who's always dabbling in art of some kind, whether it's ceramic, we just finished a landscape project, tint, tone, and shade, we did painting, or just drawing with pencil. He loves it all. So congratulations to Ricky. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Holly White, the art teacher at Greenbrook, and our artist of the year is Freya Morales. This year I was so excited. As soon as Freya made this, I knew I had my artwork of the year for my artist of the year because this is intelligence having fun. This is not a project. This is not an assignment. This is Freya learning positive and negative space and playing and having fun. She asked for extra materials. She had a vision. Like, yeah, I just thought it was cool. And I'm so proud of that because it means you have the talent, you have the drive, and you're such a great learner. And then it's beautiful on top of all of that. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to miss you so much. So congratulations to Freya.
Ignite Awards. So we're going to ask Mr. Gustafson to come up so we can present the awards to our Greenbrook students. Oh, Mr. Byer. Mis-
All right, Mr. G wishes he could be here. Can I have Ms. Pulopoulos come up?
Hello. I would like to call up Zeus Casas. You can come on up here, Zeus. Hey, buddy. I'm just gonna stand here. All right. So Zeus is receiving this award because his tremendous academic growth this year. Just recently, he finished a math test and he took such time on this test and he worked so hard on it. And when he finished, he looked at me and said, "You know, I'm done." You could tell he put all his effort in. And I looked at him and I said, and I remember saying this to him, I said, "You are so ready for fifth grade, the way you are really working hard." So I'm very proud of him about that. He has set an example to all the other students. He's extremely respectful in the classroom, all around the school, and also on the playground. He shows kindness and respect to all his students. So we have a classroom economy where they can earn classroom cash. And Zeus came up to earn lunch with me. He could buy lunch with me and not eat in the cafeteria. And he gets to buy lunch for also one of his friends. And I'm like, "Okay, what friend would you like to bring?" And he just stared at me for a little bit and he's like, "I can't pick. Can I bring all the boys?" And I mean, that just shows where his heart is. And he did. And I gave him a deal and he was able to bring every boy. Um, Throughout the year, he's become a strong role model in our classroom. He follows the school expectations and demonstrates responsibility in all he does. His homework is always in. He asks what he can do to help out. He truly cares about his schoolwork, and he always is doing his best, as I said before. So his positive attitude, he comes into school every day. He's smiling, he's ready to learn, and even when he's tired, I'll be like, "Hey, you know, how you doing? Are you okay?" And he's like, "I'm fine. I'm ready." And it gives, you know, when I'm tired and I'm going slow in the morning to have a student that's telling me he's ready to go. So I am so proud of Zeus. I am so proud of where he's came from the beginning of the year until now. And he truly, truly, truly deserves this award. So good job, Zeus. And I can't wait to see what you do next year in fifth grade. Oh, no. Wait, Zeus, come back up, bud. You get an award, buddy.
Congratulations. There you go.
Ms. Ives, would you like to come up?
I'd like to call up Ana Flores. Teaching Anna throughout this school year has truly been a pleasure. She consistently gives her best effort in all that she does, both academically and socially. Over the course of the year, Anna has made tremendous growth in reading, math, and most importantly, in her confidence in herself and all of her abilities. She has built strong, meaningful relationships with both her peers and teachers and approaches every day with kindness, positivity, and a caring attitude. Anna is thoughtful and a hardworking student, and I am incredibly proud of everything she's done throughout the year and all of her progress. I'm excited to see what she will continue to accomplish and the growth she'll achieve in her future.
Okay, I'm reading for myself and also for Miss Snellgrove, who is a social worker at Greenbrook. Anna displays a positive social emotional competency in the way she has developed strong relationships with all her classmates and her teachers. She's a very supportive peer in the way she encourages others. She collaborates in group settings. Anna can work with any student in the class at any time. She contributes positively to the classroom environment. She is a very responsible decision maker, and she also approaches all her work in our classroom, both in my room and Miss Ives' room. She doesn't give up. I mean, she will keep working until she has it. She very, very strong in her focus and being able to persevere. Anna remains motivated and she'll take on any challenge that's in front of her. So we're very proud of Anna this year and can't wait to see what you do next year.
All right, Ms. Yovanovich.
Hello, my name is Jamie Ivanovich, and I nominated Nyla Millard. Sorry, Nyla, come on up. Now, I have never been Nyla's teacher, but I have got to see this young lady grow up to the wonderful person she has become. I am so happy she came back to Greenbrook last year. I got to know her brother as well. And they're just really, really some really neat kids. But Nyla, the reason I nominated you was because you are probably one of the most kind-hearted and compassionate students who consistently demonstrate strong leadership and character skills. You go out of your way to greet others, whether it's me, Mrs. Polopoulos, asking for her coffee in the morning, or just giving us a smile. We appreciate it. You are genuine and you have respect and kindness that shows daily. Nyla takes pride in helping the younger students that serve, and she serves as a positive role model. So I work with kindergartners. I have kindergarten first and second grade this year, and Nyla has a little kindergarten buddy, and she sees me sometimes in the hallway with him, and she will go out of her way in a respectful manner and ask, "Hey, Mrs. Ivanovich, do you want me to talk to him?" I'm like, "Sure, go ahead, give a pep talk." And she'll go up to him and she'll get him going. And sometimes it's just another friendly face, him seeing, and she's able to get him started and going again. And I appreciate that. She also took, with Miss Masani, our other social worker, her and a group of some other girls, they were coming into the kindergarten classrooms and teaching them different skills. And I think, what were you doing? You were doing kindness, right? Or like respect and kindness. And she was teaching them a little stations about it. And she did such a great job. I see strong leadership skills in this young lady. What else? That was pretty much my whole speech, but Nyla's ability to lead with kindness and model appropriate behavior makes her an outstanding example for positive school citizenship, for a positive school citizen. So we appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, our final student was nominated by Miss LaRocca. However, she was unable to be here. So I'm going to present this award in her behalf. And truly, it's an honor to be able to present this award to this guy. He is a stand-up dude in every single way. Cameron Alanis, can you come on up, please? All right. Cameron consistently demonstrates what it means to be a positive member of the school community. From the moment he walks in the classroom, he brings a sense of happiness and cheer that brightens everyone's day. His positive attitude is contagious, and it helps create a welcoming and encouraging environment for both his classmates and his teachers. What truly sets Cameron apart is his respect for others. He treats his peers and adults with kindness, patience, and understanding. He listens carefully, he follows directions, and always shows consideration for those around him. In addition to his character, Cameron puts forth his very best effort in everything he does. Whether it's a task that's easy or challenging, he never gives up. He takes pride in his work, stays focused, and is always striving to improve. His dedication and determination are excellent examples for others to follow. It is students like him who make our school a better place. His kindness, hard work, positive spirit do not go unnoticed. And Ms. LaRocca is incredibly proud of all that you've accomplished, bud.
Next, we'll have Dr. Pecora come up for Waterbury.
All right, good evening, everybody. And it is my honor to start with Miss Maddie Runge. Come on up, Maddie.
All right, Addie, come on up. I nominated Addie for the Ignite Award because she is an exceptional student who consistently demonstrates dedication, leadership, and kindness both inside and outside the classroom. She works incredibly hard in all that she does and always strives to do her best academically. In addition to her strong work ethic, she is actively involved in a variety of extracurricular activities where her many talents shine. She shows kindness, empathy, and compassion toward her peers, always making an effort to include and support those around her. Throughout fourth grade, she has been a wonderful role model, showing maturity, responsibility, and a positive attitude every day. There was truly no one more deserving than Addie.
One of those extracurricular activities that Addie participated in was our school play. She did a wonderful job this year with Shrek. And she would often like skip as she was going off stage. And it's just bringing that wonderful exuberance that Miss Runge was speaking to. Our next presenter, Mrs. Castillo.
This past year, I was fortunate enough to loop with the student. So Asher, coming up. Asher, it has been such an honor to be your teacher for the past 2 years. Watching you grow academically and personally has been incredibly rewarding. You are one of the hardest working students I know, always putting forth strong effort and rising to the challenges with determination. I'm so proud of the leader you've become through safety patrol, sports clubs, and the way you carry yourself each day in the classroom. Even though I think you've reached the stage where you're too cool for me, I still love seeing your silly and genuine personality shine through. Those moments always remind me of the joy you bring to the classroom. I also want to recognize your amazing parents whose support and partnership have played such a huge role in your success these last 2 years. As hard as it is to say goodbye, I know you are more than ready for 5th grade, and I have no doubt you'll continue to do amazing things. Keep working hard, keep leading, and never lose the spark that makes you who you are.
All right, Mrs. Castillo is trying to disappear, but she and Mrs. Simron have the next one. And as they make their way up, a quick story about Asher. Just a wonderful student, always kind. He's got the shy smile down, and it's such a good thing to see when you see that smile. All right, ladies, come on up.
We are nominating Noah for this award. Noah, please come on up. Noah, it has been a privilege to watch you grow over the years, and it's into such a hardworking, thoughtful, and resilient student. He approaches challenges with determination, demonstrates creativity and strong problem-solving skills, and consistently shows kindness and compassion towards others. Noah's always willing to try his best, and he always is, even when the task is difficult. He takes pride in the work that he does. His academic and emotional growth has been incredible to witness, and he continues to build confidence, maturity, and independence each year. Noah, your positive attitude, caring nature, and willingness to support those around him will make him a joy to work with, whichever classroom he's in, and I'm so proud I got to witness his growth the past 3 years now.
Noah, watching you grow from 1st grade to now has been such a rewarding experience for me. I have seen incredible growth in you academically and emotionally as you've built confidence in yourself and you've become such a positive presence in the classroom. What stands out most to me is your kind heart and your willingness to help others, whether it's supporting classmates or simply spreading kindness with your sweet personality. Your growth reflects not only your hard work, but also the amazing support system around you, especially your loving and dedicated parents. You have taught me so much about patience, grace, and celebrating every victory, whether it's big or small along the way. Watching your journey has been incredibly special, and you always have a place in my heart. Students like you are what make teaching so meaningful, and I feel so lucky to have been part of your story.
The good heart is definitely an apt way to describe Noah. He has the very best heart, although I do also enjoy when I get the occasional story of him and his brother, whereas he's seated there, and the joys of siblings and what can happen. So next up is Mrs. Klopecki. Come on up.
I'm going to start with Logan first. So come on up. Logan, I nominated you for going above and beyond to make a fellow student feel welcomed in our classroom. Without being asked, he took the initiative to build a genuine and supportive relationship with the student. helping him feel comfortable and included each day. Through his kindness and consistent encouragement, the student began joining our class at lunch and sitting with our peers. Showing a growing sense of belonging and confidence, his compassion, leadership, and willingness to include others have made a meaningful impact in our classroom community. At the same time, Logan has continued to work incredibly hard academically. He's never afraid to ask a question when he is unsure. And then when he gets it, he is always eager to help his classmates. He leads with patience, kindness, and humility, always wanting others to succeed alongside him. His character and work ethic make him a wonderful role model for our peers. Oh, gotta take pictures. Anaya. She followed her sister's footsteps because I had her older sister. Anaya is being nominated because of her outstanding dedication, leadership, and character, both academically and personally. She is a highly motivated student who works hard in all areas and consistently gives her best effort in everything she does. In the classroom, Anaya naturally takes on a leadership role and is always willing to help others succeed. She has a caring nature and often looks out for her classmates like a classroom mom, making sure everyone understands expectations and knows what they are supposed to do. Anaya is always respectful toward her teachers and peers, and what makes her even more special is the humble way she carries these qualities every single day. She leads through kindness, responsibility, and quiet confidence, making her a wonderful role model and truly deserving of this recognition. And Springwood is lucky to get her next.
Real quick story about Logan. He's part of our cohort of boys that plays soccer a lot at recess. It is on the blacktop and it is treated like the World Cup. I'm just happy that in my time where our nurse, I see Lisa here today, when she's at a meeting and so Dr. John is in the nurse's office, I have not had to make the skinned knee phone call home to Logan's house. So keep up the excellent work. I hope to see you in the World Cup soon. I know we got one coming up. And Anaya was just honored by the fifth grade staff at the Illinois Principals Association fifth grade breakfast. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
Next, we will have Mr. Oliano come and present the ones for Springwood.
Hello, everybody. Up here, we have all of us up here. I have Mr. Fogy. He'll be representing sixth grade. Miss McMail, the mathematician, will be will be representing seventh grade. And then, as you guys call him, TK, Terry Carner, will be representing eighth grade. But before they talk, I want to say I was looking over in nominations tonight, and I would have to say great role models within the halls of Springwood. But not only that, great families who put their time and effort within our school, within their children, and it shows. I appreciate that. It's nice to come to these events and we have those conversations. I'm glad we have another one coming up in the system. But it is great to have that. I appreciate that. And I'll pass it on to Dr. Fogy.
Hi. Eleanor Rosga, is she here? There she is. So for the sixth grade team, they proudly recognize Eleanor for her consistency going above and beyond during her time here at Springwood Middle School. Through outstanding effort, positive character, and dedication both inside and outside of the classroom, she has demonstrated a strong social emotional skills, perseverance, kindness, and leadership. Eleanor's commitment to academic success, involvement in co-curricular and athletic activities, and willingness to support others make her an excellent role model for our school community. Congratulations. It's awesome. Keep it up.
All right. We're all in. Hey, didn't I meet you the other day? And yes. Oh, yes.
The next nominee was Jason Kwiatkowski. JJ is an outstanding student. Academically, he has surpassed teacher expectations with the quality of work that he turns in. JJ received an A or an A+ for all 3 trimesters for every class that he has taken. He engaged in class discussion and is very insightful. JJ truly knows what it means to demonstrate our 8 keys to success. He is kind to his teachers and peers. He speaks with good purpose and makes everyone feel included. JJ is a leader in the 6th grade group and is going to do amazing things here at Springwood Middle School and beyond. Congratulations, buddy. Nice job. Good job, man.
All right, for 7th grade, our first student we want to recognize is Ruby Hutron, but I don't believe she's here today. But I'll just read about what the team wants to recognize her for. Ruby excels academically in all of her classes. She's an excellent student leader and is always available to help out when needed. She goes above and beyond expectations for her assignments and puts in maximum effort. She's one of our most positive and respectful students. She approaches everything with a positive attitude, a smile on her face, and a growth mindset. She's also a student leader for the building through her participation in student council, and we couldn't be prouder of her, and we can't wait to hear all the good things about her in 8th grade. So congratulations, Ruby. Our second one is going to be Abby Grossman. So the team wants to recognize Abby for her excellence in academics. She approaches all of her content areas with a great determination to do well. She's always willing to help her peers when they need support and is also a great student leader in the support to her teachers in the room. I just want to say I appreciate all the help she gives us, especially towards the end of the year when we are trying to pack up, clean up. So I always appreciate the extra help. She's also a positive influence for the climate of our school and has a smile on her face and is always approaching obstacles with that growth mindset that we appreciate. She always demonstrates the 8 keys of success, and she has participated in track and volleyball and was a manager for cross country this year. Personally, as the coach for volleyball on the court, I've always noticed her determination and her willingness to always bring up the team, even when we face obstacles on the court. And I always appreciate that about you. And I can't wait to see you do that again next year when you're on the team with us. And hopefully, I don't want to jinx it, but we will get a second first place conference next year.
All right, now I actually have the honor of having 2 Lake Park freshmen now, since they've graduated. And we'll start with Mackenzie Buter. Kenzie and I have spent quite a bit of time together this year because what? Advisory, social study, study hall, lunch. So yes, I don't know if you've always enjoyed that, but we have spent a lot of time together this year. Okay. But Mackenzie, you know, both of our recipients at the end of 8th grade, there's a lot of awards that are given out. And we were sitting down in one of our team meetings and we're going through the names of, you know, kids that are really deserving. And we want to make sure that before they leave us, you know, we get to recognize them. And Mackenzie's name, of course, came up. Wonderful kid, so polite, high character, great academically. And I have really enjoyed, you know, basketball, great season there. And so she was a wonderful kid that I really am going to miss as she leaves us and goes on to Lake Park, DC trip. Just a tremendous kid. So we're very proud of her and we wanted to make sure that we took time to recognize all of her work this year as well. So congratulations, Mackenzie. Wow, man, it is a big night for the Shaw family. You get 2 for the price of 1 evening. How about that? All right, Ashani, come on up here. Now, I might just let her speak. If you, was it last month or 2 months ago? When was it last month? Yes, last month. Now, she did a wonderful job presenting for NJHS. As a matter of fact, we've had conversations about this. She wants to be president of the United States. And yes. Now, however, I have asked her, don't be like Biden and Trump and wait till you're like 70 or 80, because I'll be dead and I want to see this. You got to be like a JFK or a Teddy Roosevelt. We got to get this done early. Of course, we know now from the Constitution unit, you do this at 35. So 35. Plus, she has promised me if this does happen, I get the ride on Air Force One. So I do hope this happens, but we got to make sure it happens before I, you know, die. So, because I'm not going to make it when she's 70, I won't be around. But obviously, another tremendous 8th grader that we are going to miss big time. Okay. Great public speaking skills. I mean, just amazing if you remember from last month. But she did things like cheer, NJHS, DC trip, social studies. Of course, we also have boat trip tomorrow. Okay. Yes. Very excited about that. So we're very happy to recognize her as well. And it was not, we did not plan this with the elementary school, that both of your kids, that's a tremendous thing. Congratulations. So here. Yep.
I want to go Air Force One.
And they should never give me like last, because sometimes I often will say something on these evenings. Yes, we nominate and we recognize the kids, but I also want to take time. It's about the families as well. Okay. The reason why your kids are here, okay, and why they do so well in school is because of the moms and the dads as well, because you're raising them properly and they're giving us good kids to teach. I love it. Okay. So I'm looking forward to the ones that I have coming up my way, but that's it. That's all I got to say. All right.
Our next recognition is a board salute. So if I can have Carrie McIntosh come up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Carrie McIntosh. I'm one of the structured teaching classroom teachers over at Greenbrook Elementary. This is Jackie. District 20 has partnered with Big Blue Swim School this school year, providing swim lessons to students in the structured teaching classroom. Water safety instruction, and please forgive me, I'm just going to read this right off my cards. Water safety instruction is incredibly important and is particularly essential to kids with autism. At Big Blue, students in the STC have had access to a safe space to acquire these essential and potentially life-saving skills that will support them throughout their childhoods and into their adulthood. The staff at Big Blue has provided structured instruction in water safety, swim skills, and group skills, as well as individualized instruction in the lap lanes for students who are ready for more advanced skill lessons. Our students are always met with smiles, feel very welcomed when we enter the facility. The staff and the teachers have made an effort to get to know the students, learn their interests, learn their skill levels, and provide them with the most meaningful lessons possible. They have been very flexible and accommodating all throughout the school year. These lessons are unique and a critical part of student learning in STC, and we are so grateful for the continued opportunity to connect with our community while providing this essential life skills instruction. So thank you, Jackie, for representing. We are so happy.
Thank you, Caroline. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very quick, I just want to say thank you so much for every family's support and trust, okay? Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
For the next recognition, we have a special staff recognition. So these two staff members were recognized by the Illinois School Board of Education during their annual Those Who Excel Awards. So first is an award of excellence under the classroom teacher category for Joanna Circa from Springwood Middle School. And under the award of special recognition for early career education, we have Aiden Peralt from Waterbury. Aiden couldn't be here this evening. So they were both officially recognized back in April at a special luncheon in Springfield. So I think you have some few words to say.
Thank you. I did not have the courage to stand here a month ago when Phil initially invited me, but I decided to join the public speaking club, and here I am. Receiving the Teacher Excellence Award turned out to be a much bigger deal than I ever imagined for an immigrant who did not speak English 20 years ago. But I'm pretty humble, and I do not like to talk about myself. So instead, I would like to share a quick story. About 2 weeks ago, I went to a hospital for some testing. A young woman in scrubs approached me and asked, "Mrs. Shirka, do you recognize me?" I did not recognize her at first, but when I glanced at her ID, her name brought back a lot of memories. She had been an immigrant from Pakistan, and her dream was to become a doctor. And she saw my name on the appointment list. She came over to say, "Thank you for teaching me English so I could be where I am today." That moment meant more than any award ever could. Yet those moments are not celebrated, nor we get to experience them often. As teachers, especially in middle school, we deal with a lot of emotions and hormones. And often we do not get to see the young people that leave our wings. But every day, teachers at Springwood show up armed with pencils, extra chargers, warm smiles, an enormous amount of patience that is currently running out. I'm grateful to be led by Mr. Aliano, Mr. Foggy, and Mr. King, who consistently support us. Staff at Springwood work exceptionally hard to create the environment of warmth, high achievement, and accountability. It may sound like something Phil would say, but Spring truly is an amazing place with exceptional admin and incredible staff. I'm no more deserving of any awards or recognition that all the incredible Springwood staff I have privilege to work with every day. Thank you.
No, 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 no. Listen, it's the day we met. I remember her standing up in a staff meeting and she didn't want it. Remember, I think someone busted you out and said,
To keep at the staff meeting for the last 14 years.
yes. And I would say whenever there's a student that is struggling in their classroom, they get sent out or they need extra help, she's the first one in the office making the phone call home. Or even just sitting next to the student, she doesn't give up. She puts so much hours into the school. So she had an awesome story there, but she's forgetting it's her who's doing all of it. And we love you so much, girl.
Thank you.
The next three staff members were recognized by Lake Park High School for their internship and the work that they do for mentoring our high school students here in our buildings. First is Mandy Aubrey, Lisa Montiel, and Alana Pescola. Again, they were also officially recognized at a meeting last month at Lake Park. So they sent us the information. I said, we have to recognize them publicly at our meeting, hopefully. So thank you, ladies, for working with our Lake Park students. Next recognition is for our athletes and coaches. So I'm going to pass it on to Board Member Capola and Mrs. Flores to present our student athletes.
Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amanda Capola. I am a school board member. This is my second year, but I am a District 20 member for more years than I can count now. My son Anthony graduated from Springwood and had the privilege of being a part of their SPED program led by Ms. Flores. And I am not going to make it. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. So for those that don't know, the reason that I'm a school board member was to ensure that District 20 was providing all of our students an inclusive education regardless of abilities or circumstances. My son graduated from Keeneyville in 2019. His time at Springwood forever changed his life and provided him with an education and middle school experience that taught him many life lessons that he still holds with him today. The Special Olympics has also been instrumental in Anthony's life. He competed prior to coming to District 20 and still competes today while enrolled at the Lake Park TAP program. Tonight, to see both organizations come together, the athletes, families, and coaches be celebrated is a moment that reminds me of how far things have come. It gives me hope and encourages me that although the world has a lot of work to do, District 20 is leading the way when it comes to inclusion. Bringing the Special Olympics to District 20 is a monumental moment and an opportunity that, although might seem small to some, for those of us parents that know what it's like to want your kid to win, this is a program that can change their lives. I was at Spring Games in May, this past May, not only as a parent with my son Anthony who competed, but also as a fan and supporter of the Cobras. I had the privilege of not only seeing some of you compete, but also watching the pure joy, excitement, and emotion on all of your faces, all of your coaches' faces, and most importantly, your parents' faces. I know the feeling. Golly, gumdrops. I know that feeling as a parent, and I could never truly articulate what it feels like, but I'm beyond excited that you are all able to experience that during spring games. To the coaches and the supporting staff, John G. and the entire Greenbrook family, I am honored to watch what you are creating with the Cobras. The way that you rallied around the staff and the students, and you gave them time to experience the athletes. I'm so sorry. The way that you rallied the students and staff around them and you gave your time to bring this experience to the athletes was selfless, and those moments will become core memories for the athletes and their families forever. You will forever be a part of a pivotal moment of their child's lives. Okay. To Colleen Flores, for the many years now that I've known you, you have created a culture within District 20 that not only preaches inclusion, but you live it and exemplify what that means. And you and your staff have done nothing short of an amazing job taking your first year athletes to spring games, coming home with gold and tickets to state. Through the tears, I can't lost my spot here. You've given these students an outlet to express themselves through movement and experience to be victorious, a team to be a part of, and most importantly, a time to shine. And you are truly a blessing to not only these students and their families, but to the district overall. And to your parents, I was you, I am you, and I want you to know that the Special Olympics is a program that can be a part of your athlete's life for years to come. And that feeling of empowerment they got the minute that they lined up at the starting line, and the thrill and the excitement they felt when they crossed the finish line does not have to end after they compete this year. I hope that they all get to continue, and I hope that you guys have much success at spring games this year.
Thank you very much. I just want to give a huge shout out to our coaches, because really without them, this wouldn't have happened. Miss Alex, Miss Natasha, and Miss Vic. And then to the many staff, it was a cold, rainy day that we had this, and I wasn't sure who was going to show up, but there were over 20 staff members from Greenbrook who came out to support us. And so we had a large following, I think one of the biggest followings there. So thank you guys. And then most importantly, Duppy, Junior, and Jason, come on up. Congratulations. Anything you want to say? Junior, you want to say anything? Jason, you want to say anything? No? Should we go 1, 2, 3, go Cobras? Can we do that? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cobras! Good job, guys.
I want to be a Caneyville Cobra. How do I get one of those fancy shirts? The last recognitions we have this evening is the recognitions of our retirees. So if I can have Miss Flores come back up to recognize our first retiree.
So, Mr. Adamowski. I am also one who needs to read, so I need the lessons that I've asked for. The public speaking, I was gonna see if she could train me. So tonight we have the privilege of honoring someone who has dedicated his career to supporting students, families, staff with compassion, wisdom, and unwavering dedication, Mr. Anthony Adamowski. For many of us, Anthony has been far more than a school psychologist. He has been a mentor, problem solver, a steady present during difficult situations, and someone who always brought both professionalism and heart to every conversation. No matter the challenge, Anthony approached it with patience, empathy, and belief that every student deserved to feel supported, understood, and valued. Anthony, from all of us, thank you for your wisdom, your friendship, your patience, your humor, and your unwavering commitment to this community. You have spent countless hours helping students navigate challenges, supporting families through difficult moments, and guiding staff with your knowledge and calm demeanor. Your impact reaches far beyond evaluations, meetings, and reports. It lives in the relationships you've built and the trust you've earned over the years. The students whose lives you've touched may never fully feel the impact you have had, but those of us who've had the privilege to work alongside you certainly do. You have helped shape not only the lives of individual students, but also the culture of care, compassion, and support within this district. While retirement marks the end of this chapter, your legacy here will remain for many years to come. You will be deeply missed, but we know you will never be too far away for us to reach out to discuss a difficult case, brainstorm ideas on how to best support a student, or simply soak in some of your wisdom, or Anthonyisms as we call them. We are incredibly grateful for everything you have given to this district and to all of us personally, myself included. On behalf of the Board of Education, Dr. Castillo, and the entire school community, thank you, Anthony, for your extraordinary service. We wish you nothing but happiness, good health, relaxation, and many wonderful adventures in your retirement. Thank you.
And Mr. Mariquin to present the next retiree.
I call up Kiko Soto. Ready? So I'm Brian Mariquin. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operations. And I have the privilege tonight to recognize our Director of Buildings and Grounds, Kiko Soto, who is a valued member of our Keeneyville family and who is retiring after 32 years of service. And in case you're trying to do the math in your head, I'll help you out. That was 1994. So when he was brought on board. I think I was still in high school. 32 years of service. So we want to acknowledge and thank Kiko for his many years of dedication and service to Keeneyville School District 20. Kiko's hard work behind the scenes has helped keep our buildings safe, welcoming, and running smoothly for our students and staff alike. There have been countless times when Kiko has come in and arrived before sunrise while many of us are sleeping to work on things like HVAC controls, boiler and chiller repairs, coordinating services with vendors, working on things like snow removal and many, many other tasks that he's been doing to keep our district facilities operating smoothly. Throughout his time here, Kiko has approached his role with a strong sense of service. He truly views himself as a public servant. He's centered his work on the needs of student and staff, and he's always kept that at the heart of everything he does, and he's mentioned that several times, what's best for students, what's best for staff. While much of his work has taken place behind the scenes, its impact has been seen and felt every day in safe,
clean, well-maintained learning environments for our students and staff. Kiko's sense of commitment and dependability and pride in his work has made a lasting impact on our Keeneyville school community. We wish him the very best on his well-earned retirement. Kiko, you will truly be missed. Thank you so much for your service.
All right, that concludes our recognitions for this evening. As Mr. Carner said, thank you to our parents, thank you to our families for being here. Thank you for partnering with the school district, to ensure that we provide the best education for our students. It's always great to recognize all of our students and staff during our May meeting. So thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. You don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting, so this is your opportunity to exit. So thank you so much. Have a great summer.
You can start here.
We're going to You thought they were all here to see you, Amber? Hmm.
Do you want, is it for you or is it?
Yeah, I still.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, we'll continue with our meeting. So we have the pleasure and privilege of having our DuPage Regional Superintendent here. So Amber Quirk is going to present to us. So
I do have a few notes. I'm not going to read straight from them, but thank you for letting me take just a little bit of time, especially on such a great night. I have to tell you, we have 42 public school districts in DuPage. I've been to 16 meetings so far. This is my 16th. And today was by far the largest student recognition that I have seen. This was outstanding. So I just thought I would share that with you. So really, I wanted to be here for two reasons. The first, I'm hoping to affect change where sometimes there can be a negative narrative around education. I didn't feel that tonight at all. However, it exists. About a year and a half ago, my oldest daughter was preparing to figure out what she wanted to do to go to college. And I was trying to encourage her to be a teacher. And I shared that with someone and they said, "Oh, why would you do that?" And that kind of broke my heart because we want students like Anaya, who is your Ignite winner and IPA winner, to be a future teacher, right? So our brains are wired to focus on the negatives. So we really have to take energy and effort to recognize things that are positive, which obviously your district does very well. So that's one highlight right off the bat. And while I'm highlighting some of the things that I noticed as an external stakeholder of what you are doing well as a school district, I also wanted to just remind you of some of the things that the regional office does. And in your board packet, you should have gotten a sheet. And on the front of that, there's a table. And on the left-hand side, it shows what the regional office is required to do. And then on the right-hand side of that table, it says what are our value add opportunities, things that we do to help support school districts. So you, as a board, are the visionary leaders of the district. You are here giving your time without pay. Get that in the minutes too for you. You're award winning, I noticed. You won the award. I didn't grab my glasses out of my car, but the IASB governmental recognition. That's also a very big deal that you have that. So I noted some other things again that I highlighted, but I also wanted to share one little unique connection I also have to Keeneyville. Before I was elected in 2022 and even came to the regional office, I was a principal in Marker School District 60. It's on the other side of the county from here. We used to use Keeneyville as our comparison district. So I actually knew about you guys 10 years ago. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit of information. So I've known about you for a long time. So first off, I know Dr. Castillo's probably gone over the Illinois School Report Card with you, and you have delved into that quite a bit, but I'm just going to share a couple things that jumped out at me. Being that truancy is a required service to provide support to help students get back into the schools. I was really impressed that you have 92.9% student attendance. So reading between the lines of that data tells me students want to be in your schools. And that's really a big deal. 87.6% retention rate for teachers is pretty high. And 53.7% of your teachers have a master's plus. So over half of your teachers have that higher education. Providing professional development is another required service of the ROE. So if you have teachers who don't have their master's, but they would like to continue learning, we can actually tailor work for you as a district. So please keep that in mind, tailor it to what your needs are. When we're not tailoring things specifically to a district, we're offering other professional development, such as the Technology and AI Conference on June 18th. Thank you for loaning us your superintendent, who is providing a session and did last year as well. So we appreciate that. We also, I noticed you had partnerships with many outside organizations. Tonight I heard, Big Blue helping the students with autism with swim lessons and the Special Olympics presentation. I did not have tissues with me, and I appreciate that you didn't full on cry, because I cry when other people cry. But I noticed, partnerships with organizations like the Chicago Wolves for Read to Succeed. We also try to have a lot of partnerships when we support districts by, bringing them in to help then give back to you. I noted that your early childhood program actually has received the Gold Circle of Quality Award. That's excellent. We offer our Parents as Teachers home visiting program. If you didn't know about that, so home visitors pair with a parent to help them learn how to interact with their children. And we have 2 doulas, and then the parent visitors work with children birth to 3, and then hopefully can do a warm handoff to a school district if needs are there. We have partnerships with Midwest Principals Center for workshops, local colleges and universities, including College of DuPage. I noted you had 2 teachers who were here who were recognized for the career pathways. So we're partnering with College of DuPage to offer an 8th grade career fair in the fall. So hopefully you guys can be part of that. I noted that back in September, you had a ribbon cutting for Greenbrook Elementary School for the main office renovation. So our office does the building permitting for any renovating that's done. And in addition to that, every year we do have to go through every single building in the county to make sure that they are safe. Yeah, physically safe. And then the not fun part of compliance, we do reviews. We're going to get you, we're going to help you get into compliance and being very supportive. And then we do provide threat assessment training as well as sharing trainings and updates at our school safety network. In fact, you'll see on the right-hand side again of the table, we offer many networks and they're provided at no cost to the educators who are part of them. So for example, we have a school nurse network. I actually co-facilitate that and my partners are from the health department. So we always have somebody partnering with somebody from the ROE who can bring in resources for the educators. We have school counselor roundtable, social workers, student services, curriculum directors, DEL, SEL, which also aligns to your trauma-informed support of students. So hopefully, if you haven't had people who are taking advantage of that, I hope that they do. I noted that you have family events like picnics, concerts, parent education nights, and these were all provided as meaningful ways for families to connect to their students' education. Mrs. Castillo tonight, she thanked Asher's parents for their partnership, and she used that word partnership. So obviously this is part of the thread of who you are as a school district. And it's really impressive to not just see it online, but to hear it tonight backed up in your whole ceremony. So one of our newest supports that we're offering is a grant writing hub. And the idea being some smaller districts such as yourselves might not have a sole person who's working on grant writing, or maybe you do. And it could be consultation or full-on grant management. We're, again, willing to tailor things to what you need. If you have future ideas for how you might want to partnership or partner with the ROE, please don't hesitate to reach out to me through Omar, and I would be happy to come up with something that will be able to help Keeneyville. So thank you for letting me just take a few minutes of your meeting, and keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Did you have any questions? Sorry, I didn't.
Any questions for Amber?
No. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
May I have a motion that the Board of Education approve the consent agenda as presented? Second. All those in favor?
Yeah.
Oh. Are there any items, sorry, are there any items to be pulled for individual discussion? Maria, please call the roll.
Sarah Feller. Yes. Brent T. Hafer.
Yes.
Amanda Capola.
Yes.
Lynn Steiner.
Yep.
Natalie Kaczynski.
Yes.
Harry Taylor. Barbara Mann.
Yes, motion carries. Anyone wishing to address the board may do so at this time. If multiple individuals wish to address the board on the same subject, the group is encouraged to appoint a spokesperson. Please state your name and affiliation with the district before speaking. To protect student privacy, please do not mention specific student names or share any personally identifiable information during your comments. You are asked to limit your comments to 3 minutes and abide by the public participation policy of the district. Please understand that the board will not respond to your questions and concerns during the meeting. A member of the administration team and/or board will follow up with you after the meeting. Public comment? No?
Hi, my name is Patricia Cosio. I stand here today as a concerned parent from Waterbury School. I have a 4th grader. She's sitting right here. We have recently, over the last couple of years, have had a lot of issues with one student. It's gone from basic bullying to physical threats. She's put her hands on kids, verbal threats, physical threats nonstop. We recently had a situation where she threatened a student with a gun. Nothing was done. She was back at school the next day. After that, a week or 2 later, my daughter, it was a weekend, she was at Waterbury Park. And the girl was there. She decided to chase her around, throwing shoes, throwing phones, calling her from the N-word, the B-word, everything all around. It ended up with a verbal altercation between my husband, the mother. The children were there, and unfortunately, police were called. It I've contacted principal, assistant principal, Dr. Castillo knows about it. The only issue here is that the girl hasn't had any consequences. She's back at school, she's at every event, and parents are more than concerned. They're angry, they're on edge. Kids are afraid to go to school. They don't know what's going to happen next. So we don't know what to do at this point, and we're hoping you all can help in some way. I have contacted the Illinois Board of Education. I've been in contact with ROE, and I'm hoping they know about everything. I'm hoping that maybe you guys can all talk amongst each other and help us help this girl, because unfortunately, we don't know what to do anymore. This girl has behavioral issues, and we're at a loss for words. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you, Patricia, for sharing your concerns. My name is Amanda Cristo, and I stand here today also as a concerned parent for my own Waterbury children, my friends' children, and the staff members at Waterbury School. I am greatly concerned for the safety and well-being of these individuals in the Waterbury community. On Wednesday, May 6th, during school hours, a student punched another student 3 times and made a threat to bring a gun to school and shoot them. This student was allowed to attend school and classes the very next day, with the consequence of Mrs. Fricano sitting next to the student throughout the day. Then again, this same student, less than 2 weeks later, on Sunday, May 18th, on school grounds, made another threat to bring a gun to the school to harm a different student. In both instances, the Roselle police were involved. Unfortunately, these events have not been the first or second time threats have been made to peers by this student. There are years of documentation and parents here today whose children have been affected directly to attest to the assaults and physical altercations involving this student. Choking, punches to faces, torn clothing, broken glasses, scratches, frights, and threats to harm another if they don't become friends with this student. These are just a few examples of the harm and fear our students repeatedly come to school to face. Not only peers in the same grade, but throughout the building. This is not normal or typical behavior. Waterbury staff are amazing and have worked tirelessly to support this individual student. However, Waterbury staff do not have the resources in their building or are trained to support the students in the general education setting. I wish the administration and the Waterbury staff members could guarantee the safety of all students and staff while at school. However, with the continued allowed behaviors of this student and lack of consequences and empty promises put out by the administrators, I don't think that is possible. While the investigation to whether the student has a gun in the home or not has taken the idea out of their mind, as this threat was repeated twice in less than 2 weeks. Just this past week, right here in Illinois, a mere 45 minutes south of Roselle, a juvenile student was on his way to carry out a school shooting at an elementary school when a relative intervened. Thank God this relative had the courage to say something because they saw something. We teach our children to say something when they see or hear something that isn't quite right, and our kids have been doing this. Our students have been speaking up year after year. But then the very next day, when harm and fear was made and given, the student is sitting right there in class as if nothing happened at all. I pray every day for the safety of all of our children and the teachers that we trust to keep our children safe. I urge you, as school board members, to look further into these incidents, to provide the support needed for this individual student, and most importantly, to make Waterbury and Keeneyville 20 a place where all students and staff members feel safe while attending school and school events. Thank you.
Moving forward with the school board president's report, I have not received any self-monitoring report. The policy committee.
Mhm.
Okay, the policy. Who's on?
The Board of Education Policy Committee met on Tuesday, May 19th at 12 p.m. via Teams. During the meeting, we reviewed policies from press issues 121 for first read. We plan to recommend approval of second read and adoption of these policies at the June 18th board meeting. Questions? Thanks.
Thank you. Finance and facilities, Sarah.
All right, we also met Tuesday, May 19th, but first we looked at the updates for summer capital projects. This year, the district will have field cleaning and scraping done, the new pavement stuff at all parking lots, and the playground at just the elementary school got empty. The district will also use grant funds, we talked about this months ago, to update the flooring and walls in the green room cafeteria and add electric stripes, like where the teachers can enter the building, on the ECC exterior doors. There will also be in-house projects like painting updates that are just regular maintenance. Next, the committee looked at the contract for HVAC maintenance services. The district currently uses Midwest Mechanical, and there were quotes from 3 different vendors seeking competitive rates and excellent service. Midwest Mechanical still has the most competitive quote, and our buildings and ground staff have been pleased with their support in previous quotes. The committee also reviewed the results from transportation services, which is part of the action item up. On Wednesday, May 13th, the district held a bid opening with 3 contractors submitting proposals. In addition to competitive rates, the district uses scoring rubric to evaluate things like stability of service, quality, location of facility, stuff like that. Illinois Central, which is our current transportation company, scored the highest on the scoring rubric, and so the district is recommending a 3-year transportation contract with Illinois Central. Lastly, the committee reviewed the treasurer's bond, which is an annual requirement to secure a bond in the amount of 10% of our highest projected fund balance form of the surety bond, and the CSBO acts as the treasurer of the district, which is something that has to be done every year. At our next committee meeting, we will discuss the tentative full budget, which will be presented at next meeting, and this will happen next week, Thursday, June 4th. Yeah, next week, Thursday.
I attended the STACID Governing Board meeting, and we discussed, amongst other things, the contract for their director and extending it due to the fact that she is going to be retiring soon. And so there was a contract extension approval for her so that she will be able to foresee the project of the new comprehensive facility through 2028. They're working on potentially having a new building where they will have all of their campuses included into one inclusive building. The top prospect is a building in Oak Park. There are 4 letters of intent out right now for buildings, and we are waiting to hear back to see who will accept the first offers put out. If Oak Brook is not an option, there is another subsidiary building in Westmont that they're also looking at. And there's also zoning and things like that that need to be worked out before they can have a final decision. It was a pretty lengthy meeting, but we, I think, got a full comprehensive overview of exactly what TACID's planning to do for the next school year, services that they'll be providing, and then the steps taken for the potential facility move. No, Oak Brook.
No,
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Put it off my game today.
So the SACID Board of Directors met on Wednesday, May 20th. We talked about, you approved administrator contracts, approved the lease agreements, approved the board of director meetings for the coming year. We had our usual informational items of enrollment, staffing, strategic plan progress, board committee updates. And then at closed session, which was voted on last night by the governing board, was the updates on the executive director contract as well as updates on negotiation. Regarding the facilities planning that was just mentioned by Amanda, SACIT is looking to issue depth certificates to purchase this new building, whether it's in Oak Brook or whatever other building that they're looking at to house their programs. Because of this, they have also updated their, or we have updated our joint agreement bylaws, allowing any member districts to leave the co-op prior to committing to take on the debt. So this reminded me that every few years, I'll get the question from the board, why are we part of SACIT and not part of NETSEC like the other Lake Park feeder districts? So obviously it's a good time to have that conversation, or, Amanda did ask that question again, just a few nights ago. So I said, perfect timing, because I'm going to talk about it, a little bit during our board meeting on Thursday. So it is a great time to look at these options. This is time sensitive just because as part of the new joint agreement, they are looking, they're asking any district that's looking to, part ways with them to inform them or give them an intent to withdraw by the end of June. That doesn't mean we have to withdraw. What that means is that we intend to, but then we get 6 months to, research it to see if it's to our benefit, to see if, what other things we can do. So we would then be given 6 months to do that research. And if it's good for us, or if not, then we can just say, we'll stay with you, or we can, look somewhere else, whether we bring the programs here, all of our programs back, or whether we, as the question always is, why are we not part of NETSEC, whether we look at NETSEC as the co-op that we belong to. Again, no decisions have to be made tonight. I just wanted to, bring it up so we can further discuss later. But I did want to let you know of that time sensitive. But it is a good time to look at it. I know that both Colleen and Brian and I have met a number of times regarding this. We've also met with administrators that both work or have worked or currently work in NETSEC and SACIT. This morning, we met with a former superintendent that has also worked with both co-ops, and he answered a lot of our questions. So I think we're at a good place to continue looking at our options. And if it is that we want to, move away from SACIT and closer to, home with NETSEC, or just bringing everybody home, we can look at that as well. So just wanted to inform the board about that.
Questions? Moving forward with our dashboards, Brian.
Great, thank you. We'll go ahead and take a look at the finance dashboard, and this is the financial actuals through April 30th. So believe it or not, in the fiscal year ends June 30th, so we are 10 out of 12 months are in the books. It's about 83% of the fiscal year is done. So again, this is the fiscal year through April 30th, and we're taking a look at the revenues through April 30th. Most revenue lines are on track. Virtually all property tax revenue has come in. It's a little hard to see, but CPPRT is the one line that's trending a little low. Majority payments do come second half of the year. State revenues are actually coming in on track with transportation claim having come in and some more preschool for all. That's a state grant coming in. So we might end the year more or less on budget for state revenues. And federal revenues are trending a little above budget. We might end the year with a little bit more than expected in federal revenues due to Medicaid and grants. All revenues through April 30th are about 27.6 million or 95.5% of budget revenues. Then when we look at the expenditure side, these are the expenditures through April 30th. Salaries and benefits are trending a little under budget. Non-capital are also trending a little under budget. Most expenditures are on track. Again, in June, we'll present the tentative budget for next school year, the FY27, and we'll also have like a projection to end the current fiscal year. Through April 30th, Expenditures are at 25.5 million, or about 79% of budget expenditures. The fund balance report through April 30th. All revenues totaling 26.2 million through the year, April 30th. All expenditures totaling 24.7, and you have that fund transfers. So the ending fund balance for all funds is 21,865,182 through April 30th. It's about a 70% fund balance, or 256 days on hand. And this is the Treasury report for the fiscal year. This is just a visual representation of that total fund balance of 21.8 million, where the yellow is the current fiscal year comparing to previous 2 fiscal years. So similar trends as the last 2 fiscal years. Our current fund balance is lower than at this point last year. That planned expense against the fund balance to bring that down in line with board policy. Then lastly, this slide is a CPI report, Consumer Price Index, or inflation, for the month of April. The data that released shows that inflation actually rose to 3.8% in April on a year-over-year basis. This is the highest rate since May of 2023. It's an increase of about 0.5% from last month. A lot of that is due to record high gas prices that accounted for a majority of it. That's connected to transporting goods and services, connected to airfare. It kind of increases everything. The Fed typically keeps interest rates high to tame inflation, but we'll see what they want to do. The new Fed chair, they want to lower rates, but with this high inflation report, it's a little hard to lower rates. Again, I've got that December, that's what's used for the tax levy, so that was at 2.7%, just kind of as a reference. So that, again, April's at 3.8%, so we'll see what happens. Okay, any questions?
Thank you. Dr. Castillo with the Student and Staff Attendance Staff Board.
So it's your typical spring attendance. If we look at the next slide, we see that, you know, our Greenbrook did very well. We look at the 10%. So, you know, as was mentioned earlier by Amber, you know, our kids like to be in school. So they were here in April. Similar for our for Waterbury. If we look at the table again, there was no days where they were over that 10%. So we know that our kids got healthy, because if you remember the previous year or the previous month, they were out a lot for illness. It was a little different at the at Springwood at our middle school. You know, kids were sick. A few, at least that's what the calls to the building were that they were ill. We had over 20 kids on each of the, I think there's 4 days there, April 27th, May 1st, May 4th, and May 11th. But again, when we double checked that, it was majority of them were illnesses. Looking at the staff attendance, Fridays continues to be our popular day for being out, but I mean, we had some other days as well. So we had a total of 499 absences last month by staff. Again, comparison of days of the week between last year and this year. And then the new graph we started looking at this year is the administrators compared to support staff compared to teacher attendance. So that concludes my report, or my report on attendance.
Okay. Superintendent's report, Dr. Castillo.
Yeah, so we were supposed to do this last month, and we didn't get a chance to. Our assistant principals were busy. So we have the assistant principal appreciation and their recognition. So this evening, I would like to honor our assistant principals. Well, we would like to honor one assistant principal that follows directions. So our assistant principals serve as the backbone of our school operations, balancing the complex responsibilities of instructional leadership, student advocacy, and daily staff safety management. They are often the first to arrive, the last to leave, working tirelessly behind the scenes to foster a positive school culture and ensure that every student has the support they need to succeed. Our APs are essential to the health of our learning environments, and we are grateful for their commitment to our students, staff, and families. So thank you for all that you do. It does not go unnoticed. And our favorite assistant principal, come on up. All right, and oh, there is a video. So let's enjoy this video. That's why I usually put them at the bottom. That's okay. Well, thank you for the reminder.
It was there. Oh, there it is.
It's Mr. G here from Greenbrook School. I just wanted to share a message about our assistant principal, Mr. Byer. At Greenbrook Halls, where voices grow, there's someone steady, calm, and low, but not loud and voiced, but strong in care, and easy spirit always there. With Packer pride in green and gold, the Brewer story's often told. A love of Wisconsin runs deep and true, yet Gators get a cheer or two. Through every class a student need, you lead with heart, you guide with heat. Supporting dreams both big and small, you somehow always reach them all. With AI thoughts in teachers' minds, you shape the future, patient and kind. A steady hand, a thoughtful way, you make a difference every day. So here's to you for all you do, for keeping things bold, calm, and true. Greenbrook's lucky, but that's much is clear, to have your guidance year to year. Thank you, Mr. Byer.
Thank you, Mr. Byer. Hola, Mr. Byer. Gracias por todo. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Mr. Byer. Ready, go!
It's my honor to talk about Nicole Furcano today on Assistant Principal Appreciation Week. When you think of Nicole, you think of someone who's a great collaborator, hardworking, dedicated, and someone who just really elevates the whole staff, the student population here, and does an excellent job communicating.
Absent support needed.
Oh, we're shifting over here? Oh, bye, Nicole.
Sorry, can't run. Thank you, Mr. Furcano. Thank you, Mr. Furcano. Gracias. Thank you, Mr. Furcano. Thank you, Mr. Furcano. Thank you, Mr. Furcano. Thank you, Mr. Furcano.
Mr. King and Mr. Fogarty. No, Mr. Fogarty, I've known you for a long time. Look at the young Fogarty there. But I want to thank both of you guys for always supporting the admin, the staff, and the students. And I have some special guests here.
I'm Ella Cooper, and I just want to give a little shout out to Mr. King. He is very nice, but I love his little jokes about his hair when he really doesn't have any hair.
I'm Lila Cologne. I love how Dr. Fogey always can help us when the nurse isn't here, and he's always around to help us when we need help with the nurse.
Hi, it's me. Thank you guys both for making all of us laugh.
I'm Amelia Orlak, and I want to say thank you, Farmer Fogey, for always handling situations well.
I'm Shai Patel. Thank you, Mr. King, for always being so supportive, and I love your hair tips.
Hey, fellas, we all thank you guys. You guys are amazing. I know our students and staff really appreciate you. Love you guys.
Bye!
Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for everything that you do.
Springwood wouldn't be the same without you. Thank you for making Springwood a family.
We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
All right, and the last item on my report is last day of school is June 2nd. So I want to take this opportunity to wish everyone a wonderful summer.
Thank you. May I have a motion that the Board of Education approve the transportation services agreement with Illinois Central as presented?
So moved.
Abstain? Maria, please call the roll.
Yes. Ellie McCarthy?
Yes.
Barbara Ahmed?
Yes.
Sarah Valeria? Yes.
May I have a motion that the Board of Education enter closed session to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district or legal counsel for the district, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee or against legal counsel for the district to determine its validity. However, a meeting to consider an increase in compensation to a specific employee of public body that is subject to local government wage increase Transparency Act may not be closed and shall be open to the public and posted and held in accordance with this act and student disciplinary cases.
So moved.
Second? Second. Someone says. Abstain? Maria, please call the roll.
Amanda Capola? Yes. Lynn Steiner?
Yes.
Ellie McCarthy?
Yes.
Barbara Ahmed?
Yes.
Sarah Valeria? Brent Behavior?
Yes.
Okay, and we have no action items after the closed session, so you guys are free to leave.